السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم أيها الطلاب الكرام. اليوم سنأخذ الدرس الخامس الجزء السادس. Today we're going to take lesson 5 part 6 and we're going to try to complete it Sha Allah. I know we always say that and we never do. We're hopeful. التدريب الخامس, the fifth exercise. كون جملا مفيدة. All right? Make comprehensible sentences or understandable sentences. بملء الفراغ, by filling in the space. فيما يلي, in what follows. Number 1, فراغ. ما معنى فراغ? Space. البيت مغلق. البيت مغلق. You see an open door to the house. Closed door for the house. How do you say the house's door is closed? Write it down. Number 2, أين فراغ, space, السيارة. أين فراغ السيارة. Say, where is the car key? Where is the car key? You should be able to write down the word key here. Number 3, and if you need more time, pause it. But you shouldn't take more than 10 or 15 seconds to come up with that word. السؤال الثالث. محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رسول. If you don't know this one, just close the book and go home. Arabic language isn't for you. Just kidding. You should know that one very much. Muhammadun is the messenger of Allah. So write down what needs to be written down for that part. السؤال الرابع. فراغ, space. الطبيب بعيد. You see the word طبيب, right? طبيب has a kasra there. That means the word before is being possessed or added to طبيب. So what would you say? Maybe his house. The doctor's house is far. Write down the word for house. السؤال الخامس. القرآن كتاب. Again, the Quran is the book of. You should know the answer. Write it down. السؤال السادس. خديجة فراغ حامد. So Khadija is Hamid's daughter. Write down the word for daughter. السؤال السابع, seventh question. أنا فراغ, space, المدرسي. You want to say, somebody asks you, who are you? You say, I am the teacher's son. What's the word for son? Use this as, don't just memorize what it was before. Express what you're saying. Meaning, you want to say this sentence, not because you memorized it, you want to express what it is that is in your head. You want to say in your head, I'm the teacher's son. So, don't just memorize, from the previous lesson. السؤال الثامن. السؤال الثامن. فراغ الطالب مكسور. Something is being attributed to طالب. What is it? It could be, by the way, this says student broken. What of the students is broken? It could be a pen. It could be a chair. It could be whatever you want it to be. Something of the student is broken. Let's put the pen is broken. السؤال التاسع. باب فراغ, space, مفتوح. So, what do you want to say? What's open? The door of something is open, right? Why don't you try putting the door of, you remember if we took in classroom? Door of the classroom? Possibly. If you remember the word for classroom, put that in there. If not, just go ahead and put masjid. Number 10. السؤال العاشر. خرج المدرس من فراغ المدير. The teacher left from blank mudir. So the word mudir means principal, means manager, anybody in an administrative position. So you probably want to say from the mudir's office. How do you say office? التدريب السادس, the sixth exercise. صحح التركيبات التالية. Okay, صحح means correct. It doesn't mean you're correct. I'm giving you a command to correct it. صحح, right? التركيبات, تركيب means like compound, two things put together. التالية. القلم الطالبي. Can you say that? If you want to say this is the student's pen, can you say القلم الطالبي? Or what do you have to do? You have to say قلم الطالبي. Get rid of the L in the first word, right? You just simply say قلم الطالبي. And by the way, the answers for actually 1 to 10 on those other ones. Number 1, you should have said باب البيت. باب. Number 2, مفتاح. Number 3, Rasulullah. Number 4, بيت. بيت الطبيب. All right? The house of. Number 5, Kitabullahi. Number 6, Khadijatu bintu. Bint means daughter. Bintu Hamidin. Number 7, Ibnu. Ana ibnu. Ana ibnu. Number 8, Qalamu al-Talibi. Number 9, Babu al-Fasli. All right, Babu al-Fasli, or we said use the word masjid, Babu al-Masjid. And number 10 was Maktabu. All right, actually you say Maktabi because min is in front of it. So he says, Kharaja min maktabil mudiri. Min affected the word maktab. Going back to number 6, Babu Sayyara. All right, do I say Babu Sayyara too? Pay attention to the haraka on the word Sayyara. Okay, I'm going to give you a new word right now. Rakkiz. Rakkiz means like pay attention, all right? Or focus. Rakkiz. Rakkiz ala kalimat al-sayyara. Pay attention to the word sayyara. It has a dhamma on it. That can't work if it's mudafun إليه. It has to be in the majroor state. It has to be in the genitive state. It has to have the kasra. So you got to correct that to say babu sayyara. Babu sayyarati. Next one, Bintu Hamid. It says Hamidun. What should you do? Say Bintu Hamidun? No, Bintu Hamidin. And whenever I give you guys a pause like that, that means you should be able, in your level of practice, you should be able to respond within that time. And train yourself to do that. Ar-Rasulu Allahu. You can't say that. Ar-Rasulu, the messenger, Allah, it's almost like you're saying the messenger is Allah, a'udhu billah. Okay, so you have to get rid of something in there to make that sentence correct. And it is, get rid of the alif and lam. Rasulullahi. Next one says, Ismu al-waladu, or I'm sorry, al-walada with a fatha. Hal hadha sahih? Hal hadha sahih? Is this, hal hadha sahihun? No, laysa sahihan. Laysa, it is not sahihan. Ismu al-waladi. Ismu al-waladi. Okay? Next, the last one, Ibnun al-mudarrisi. Is that correct? Ibnun al-mudarrisi. You would say Ibnul mudarrisi. And number 7 here, they're introducing the use of ya, harfun nida, and we're going to take this one and we'll end with this one. Harfun nida is this ya you'll see all the time. Ya. Okay? Normally we don't even put haraka on here. If you ever see like an alif like this on its own, it means it has a sukoon. You don't even need to put that. Ya. This is how you call somebody. Ya Muhammad, Ya Abdallahi, Ya Mudarris, Ya Shaykh. That's how you call. In the Quran, it's all over. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, right? It's written all the time. Ya ayyuhan nasu. That's how you call out to somebody. There's no hey, okay? So what happens is, if the word normally ends in a tanween, it's going to end now without the tanween, as you see there. It says Muhammad. The word Muhammadun, Muhammadun, Mim, Ha, Mim, Dal. All right? It ends like that. So when you put ya in front of it, Muhammadu, okay? And it gets rid of one of the tanweens, okay? And that's usually how it works. If the word, and it's not here, but if the word is made up of two words, or the name has two words in it, you would normally say Abdu and Allah. Abdullahi. That's how you say that person's name. And here the word Abd is mudaf to Allah's name here. You say Abdullahi. Some people think like, oh, that's just how you say the person's name, but it's because it's mudaf and mudaf إليه. So what happens when you put ya in front of the name Abdullah, this has to change. Okay? And it changes into whatever it is in the mansub state. So the word abd is going to now end in fatha. You say, Ya Abdallahi. If the person's name is Abdul Rahman, Abdu Ar-Rahman, you put ya in front, this no longer has a dhamma there anymore, and now it's going to end like that, Abdul Rahmani. Okay, with Muhammad, because it's not made up of two words, it ends with a dhamma. So if you get a word or a name that has two parts to it in front of harfun nida, in front of this right here, it's the first word is going to have the fatha. So again, if you get a name that's made up of two parts and you put ya in front of it, not ya, but ya, the calling out one nida, then this is going to have a fatha. If you get a name with only one part to it, Muhammadun, and you put ya in front of it, it's going to end with a dhamma. Now, there are other times when it ends with fatha, and now is not the time to take it. Like if you're calling a general person, or you're a blind person and you're calling out to somebody, then you're going to end up with things like this again, where it's in the mansub state. But not important right now. It's very specific, and what you need to know is just these two. If he has a tanween, if the ya is not there, it'll end in tanween, Muhammadun. You put ya there, it's Muhammadu. Same thing. If you have Abdullah, or normally it's Abdu with dhamma, you put ya in front of it, it ends with a fatha at the end. نقف إلى هنا, or we'll stop to here, and we'll Sha Allah continue in the next lesson. So you say, as always, Allahumma allimna ma yanfa'una, wanfa'na bima allamtana, wa zidna ilman, wa ila al-liqa, wassalamu alaykum.